Good morning. Okay, my desk is a mess because I dropped my phone and it knocked everything over. So please forgive me. And also, you know how we get messy when we're doing crafts, so I'm not going to blame dropping things. I'm going to tell you, I made a mess yesterday while I was making video. But today, what I'm going to do really quick is show you something pretty cool that I thought of. Hopefully this will work out. So I like making dioramas. I have a lot of hobbies. What I was thinking was, if you have some teas laying around, I think it would be really cool. Let's see, I'm going to pick my favorites here. It depends on like what scene you're making, but I thought, you know how like tea expires, in quotes, expires? It doesn't really expire, it just loses its smell and stuff, but it doesn't like, it's not poison or anything. But when it gets stale or whatever, doesn't it feel horrible to throw them away? I was thinking that the other day, because I got my son a whole bunch of, he loves tea, and I guess I went overboard for like Christmas or whatever, I don't know, and he couldn't really get through all the teas, and, which is kind of funny because they don't expire. But I thought we could pick our favorites and open them up and see what's inside, and then perhaps there's 6 slots in this box that I have. Can you believe I have an empty thing with no crafts in it? I don't know how this happened. It's a miracle. What I'm going to do is open these up and dump them in here and explain more in a second. So, dun, dun, dun. I think I like, let's pick our favorites, how we assume they're going to be pretty, like this turmeric. I don't know what's in here. Turmeric and ginger. It's probably going to be fall festive. I would say this orange spice is similar, so let's put those together. I have an entire bag. I went overboard. Yeah, I do a lot of things overboardy. Let's see. Now this Nighty Night might be really cute because it has what do you call that? Chamomile. So it probably has cute little, those little chamomile flowers. So let's put that, I guess we'll put it by itself. Let's just pick our favorites, okay? So I'm going to put these fall ones together. The lemongrass and lemon ginger, I guess I'll put those together. Licorice root, and let's see, organic spicy ginger. Oh, elderberry and licorice root, let's put together because they seem purpley. And you can separate these. You don't have to put them together, but just for my purposes, because I only have 6 slots, I'm going to kind of put ones together that are light colors. Like this looks like they're light colors. Organic ginger, spicy ginger. Oh, this has licorice root in it, so I guess I'll put this over here. And then I'll put these 3 together. So that's 1, 2. Alright, so let's do... Alright, let's just split these up like this. Like that. And let me check the video real quick to make sure you can see. Turn this light off. Let's see my hands. Okay, just want to make sure I'm not making a boo-boo before we... Oops. Come on. Okay. Before we go any further, it is Sunday morning. And my sons are sleeping. My hubby is reading. Where's my scissors here? Just grab any old scissors. These are the Ugg Stinko ones. I don't like them, but... Alright. So, this is what I was thinking with this box. what we could do, how do we do that? These together, these together. We'll probably do 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll need to choose some more teas for the final two, but I can do that off camera. Okay, so we have elderberry, organic, spicy, ginger. Okay, so what I was thinking was, let's open it, obviously. Open. Okay. And when you open it, or you can cut it as well, but I recommend just tearing, because you don't want to tear the tea bag. You don't want to cut through the tea bag just yet. You want to leave the words either organic, spicy, ginger, or all of it, the description and, okay? Because you want to know which one's which, because we're going to find a place for that. So take it out, put it aside. Do the same thing with the Tezo elderberry. Don't destroy the packaging. If you really wanted to get fancy, try to keep the Tezo there too, so you can remember where you got it. But it really doesn't make a difference, especially when you're doing dioramas. Like, no one's going to say, hey, you mixed up your teas. They're not going to say that, so. Excuse me, I'm having allergy issues today and yesterday. I was cutting faux fur, and I left it laying around for too long, and it grabbed onto a lot of dust, and now I'm suffering from it. Okay? So, all right. And we're going to do the rest, but let's, what we're going to do, let's talk about this. Put this here, this here. I know I just, like, fiddled with this, but I'm trying to make sure you guys can see. Okay. Okay, what we're going to do is cut so that we can see just what it is, basically. Any indication of what it might be. So that we can repeat the process later if this is something that we enjoy doing. Okay, so this is kind of a, you know, messed up cutting job. However, I know that it's Tezo, elderberry, blackberry, blah, blah, blah. So when I want to go buy more, I have it, okay? Let's do the same thing for the second one. I ruined my scissors with the resin dyes. Second pair I did that. It's crazy. Alright, let's cut. Now you can do a much better job cutting than I am. Okay, so we have two there. And so what I would like to do is take my hot glue gun or whatever you want, whatever glue. This is just a messy kind of thing. I'm going to put a little dab of glue right here in the corner. Take the corners and pinch them together. Let it cool a little bit. Like I said, I could be a lot neater than this, and I probably should for the purposes of the video, but I don't know. I just want to put this video out today for fun, so I don't want to really... Okay. Now, how can we do this? We're going to affix it to the... Oh, it fits. Okay, we're going to carefully affix it to the bottom. We're just going to put hot glue or whatever glue you want, or tape. It doesn't really matter. I just happen to have my hot glue gun heated up at this moment, so... And then we're gonna, and probably tape would be better because this will probably come apart, but who knows, maybe it won't. Okay, let's see how that worked. didn't even melt a hole through the plastic, which is amazing. Okay, hang on. Let's do the other end just for fun. Ding. Yeah, I do agree there are better ways to do this, but just for the idea is, you know, basically find a storage thing with compartments, affix your labels on each, okay, as neatly as you want. Normally, like I will be transparent, I am going to redo this, and I am going to, because I have 1,000,001 of these, so the next time that I open one of these, I'm going to make this a lot neater, but I just want to give you the idea quickly in case you have tea bags you might want to do this with. So I have both here. It seems pretty solid, but we know that hot glue doesn't stick very well, so if you wanted to put some tape or whatever you want. Okay, we already said that, so let's move on. And so what we're going to do is, we have this at the bottom, so we're going to flip the box over. Flip it this way. Open it up. And if I didn't say, which would be silly, this is for the purposes of miniatures. If you're doing a diorama or a dollhouse scene, and you need, instead of spending exorbitant amounts of money on terrain and bushes and blah 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 blah, we can make our own by, I'm going to keep this because I do junk journaling, so I want to keep this bag actually. So let me cut this. I do junk journaling, and I like to make a faux rice paper out of these tea bags. I'm going to do a video soon on a junk journal that I made for my mother-in-law. I asked her if she would bring it, if she wouldn't mind if I made a video of it. So you just open these carefully. Okay, so we're going to pour it in like this. Okay, and I am going to keep this, as I said, for junk journaling. There's no need to open it at this moment. So I'm just going to fold this up and put it to the side. These are beautiful for junk journaling, and you can age it with tea and various other things, various other techniques that we'll get into when we do our junk journaling. Whoops, excuse me, sorry. When we do our junk journaling type projects together, okay? So put that aside. All right, let's have a look. Look at that. Look how pretty that is. You can see the elderberry in there. You can use this for like flocking of various terrains and stuff. It's just gorgeous. Like, I thought, well, we have all this tea. Why? I don't want to waste it. So that's when I thought we could do this. So let's cut this tag off. And we're going to pour it in there. If you choose, since these are two different teas, you can put them in different compartments. I just feel like, you know what? Actually, let's see. Let's pour a little bit out on our hand and see the difference. Maybe we will put it in separate. Maybe we don't want to mix it. So let's see. Let's have a look. Looks pretty similar, but oh, maybe not. Maybe it is. It's pretty different than this one. So, should I mix them? Just pour a little bit more out. Let's see. It is lighter. All right, let me see which one this was. This was the ginger. The organic spicy ginger. Oh my god, that still smells good. I don't know why we're not drinking these. Let's dump it in a separate one. Okay. And I'll switch the, I'll remove one of the tags on the back and switch it But that's just so pretty. Wow. Keep this for junk journaling. All right, so what I'm gonna do at this moment is put the spicy ginger tag in there so I don't forget. Now, since you're gonna be using this for dioramas, don't be too worried about putting a tag in there because we're not gonna be using that anymore for drinking. And this is something you could do if you didn't want to put the tags on the back of the box. You could put them in here like that. Sounds pretty cool. I think that's a good idea, actually. I like that, actually. So I guess you have two choices now. Let's see. In fact, I like it better. And now that I think about it, I'm sorry for being all over the place. I didn't plan this out. I probably should have a script. But now I really don't want to flip it over because I don't want the teas mixing. So at this point, if you actually insisted upon flipping it, you'd want to cover this up. So let's see, we could do, let's see, do I have anything to cover that with? I do have aluminum foil. Yep, I keep aluminum foil in my workshop. So you could do this. I don't know, something silly like that. I don't know. And close it. Let's try that. Let's risk it, okay? Ready? Ooh. Okay. Let's take the organic ginger off. And so the moral of the story is you could do the labels first. You should do the labels first if you're doing it that way. Okay. There you go. I'll use tape later, but all right. So yeah, do all your labels first so you don't have to deal with the worrying of mixing the substrate. Okay, ready? Ha! Let's see if that worked, our foil idea. Okay. Let's see. Dun, 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 dun. Did it work? It sure did. It's a little on the sides, but that's okay. Okay. Let's continue, but let's use the technique with the label, okay? Since that seems to be the less scary one. Let's do our licorice root. Licorice root looks like to have purples and earth tones in there, so let's do that. Remember to cut the tag if you'd rather do the tag on the back of the box. Because some labels may not even have what we need on there indicating what it is. So let's see. Traditional, medicinal. The creation of 1,000 forests is in one acorn. Ralph Waldo Emerson. That's really cool. That's pretty amazing to me. Wow, that's cool. I'm gonna keep that, but guess what? It doesn't have what we need on the label, so we will cut this and put it in there with it if you prefer not to mess around with the back of the box. That's neat. I want to keep it. So let me cut that. Keep. This is closed with a staple. Let's see how big that is. Let's just cut this. Okay, let's check this out. So this is licorice root, organic licorice root. Let's dump it in our box. Put some in our hand. See what it looks like. Oh, pretty, pretty. Similar to the last one. So we could probably mix them, get away with it, but okay. I'm going to keep this for junk journaling. All right, let's cut our licorice root label and put it in the slot. Looks a little messy. I hope all of the people out there who feel a little panicked when a mess is made, don't worry, we can clean this up. We're going to make sure this label looks, you know, is identifiable if we choose to, you know, go seek these out, okay? To continue with our diorama, let's say. So let's cut the labels. Oops, no, you don't go in there. Okay, so we'll put that there. Okay, you can put these labels in any way you want. I just think it's such a waste to have all this beautiful faux substrate and just toss it in the trash. It's just ridiculous. So let me put all my, keep that one. Oops. Keep it. Come on, stay there. Put my mess right here. Okay. Now let's see what is in our, okay, so Nighty Night, organic Nighty Night. Okay. Take the top off. Organic Nighty Night. I should say, actually, oh god. You could just fold up the bag neatly and place it in there too. You really don't even need to waste your own time cutting. So, I don't know if that's an OCD thing for me or not. I don't know. Who knows? But I found a new message. Are not flowers the stars of the earth? Clara Lucas Balfour. Wow. These are amazingly cute. I never noticed these. Why? That's so cute. Let's keep that. We're going to keep that. I have an idea. We can use that for junk journaling, these little things. Okay. All right. That one opened really nicely. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty. Pretty. Let's dump the whole thing in. Keep this for junk journaling. Can put those in a little plastic bag. And I think I'm going to demonstrate what I just said a few minutes ago and just neatly fold up the tea bag. Instead of worrying about cutting and all that kind of stuff, we can just simply place it in there. Okay? I love that. All right, let's check out this one should have a nice little tag in there too. Organic turmeric with meadowsweet and ginger. Let's see. Whoopsie. Irritates me that resin dye ruined my thing there. Okay. Organic turmeric with meadowsweet and ginger. Let me smell. Oh, I love it. Oh, I'm about to sneeze. In all things of nature, there is something of the marvelous. Aristotle. Wow. I love philosophy so much. It's one of my favorite classes in college. It really does wonders for your brain. Keep that. Let's see what it looks like. See? Okay, let me smell it. Already did that. Made my nose tickle. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it has that staining from the turmeric, so we know turmeric's in there. Oh, how pretty. Oh yeah, that's an autumnal color. Those are autumnal colors. Okay, put them in. And then you just keep doing this. You just keep using the same teas that you've indicated to fill up the sections in your storage box. Okay, so as we talked about, we're just going to fold it up, I guess, because we don't really need to do all the cutting if we don't want to, unless you want to. Okay, so that's pretty. Put that in there. All right, and let's do one more. I may end up mixing these at some point if they look, you know, ultra similar. This is orange and spice. Okay, so let's tear that. These are really fun because they're like those blind bags, you know. Oh, smells heavenly. Oh, it smells heavenly. The holidays are here. You should put a bunch of these on the stove and boil them in your house. And you can put like orange slices and some clove in there, and your house will smell seasonal. It's so cool. Let's see if there's any... Settling is not an option. Very nice. Tea proudly. Oh, cute. Okay, let's cut that off. Whoops. Let's keep that because I dig that. That's nice. Let's open this. Okay, that one opened really nicely too. Oh, good. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Oh, how pretty. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Look at that. Ooh, I see clove in there. Oh yeah, let's put that in. Or star anise maybe, I'm not sure. Let's see if it says on the back. Ingredients: rose hips, spices, whatever the spices mean, hibiscus, orange peel, roasted chicory, natural orange flavors, soy, lecithin. Tea is a gluten-free beverage. Yeah, assumed that. Okay, let's keep this. And this is really cool to use for junk journaling because it'll make if you're making like an autumnal junk journal, it'll really elevate your project. All right, let's fold it so we remember what it is. But yeah, we just put it in our box with our spices. And then I think it's a really good idea to put, here, let's do another piece of foil so that we protect the other ones as well. Where is the foil? Here it is. And then you can just trim around the box to neaten up the foil areas. Okay. Seal up the box. And then, you know, just tear off the sides or cut them however you want. Be careful not to rip them out of the setup. Just sort of, kind of go like that. Right, that's looking good. Let's fix this one. Just carefully tear upward. Sorry for making such a mess. Apologize if that's not good for your brains. I will throw all this away. Okay, so there we go. We have our beautiful box with our gorgeous spices. I'm going to try to flip this so you can see. Actually, yeah, let's flip it like this. Check that out. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Now imagine this whole thing filled up with our spices. You see? I am going to go the route with the packaging inside because this isn't neat enough. I can make it neater, but I don't really feel like dealing with that. But let's So there you go. We have, I hope you can see that. I'm trying to, let's see, I'm trying to show you the, look at that. And we can use those for dioramas and dollhouses and little minis, little miniatures. So I don't know. I just thought that was a cool idea. I'm sure somebody's come up with this already. I don't know, but my brain finally got around to it if I wasn't the first. So, neaten that up. But yeah, I just absolutely am thrilled with myself that I came up with this. So yeah, it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. This may drive somebody crazy, having the tea hitting the bags and all that. I understand. Just find a way to indicate what's in there so you can go back and buy the same tea, try to finish as much as you can, and then not waste the rest. And so you have the same pattern. Like if you're making a diorama and you run out, you want to make sure that you know, come close or have the identical tea. But anyway, that's my idea. I hope you had fun hanging out with me. I apologize for it not being very organized. Maybe that's a style I should develop. Not really sure. Or if you enjoy videos where people just talk to you and act like we're having tea together and stuff, that's cool, because I kind of enjoy that format. But it's up to you guys. Whatever makes you happy, just let me know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this, and hope maybe this gave you a little idea what to do with the tea that you just really hate to waste. So yeah, have a great Sunday, everyone. Bye. Oh, I always do that.